Hello, and welcome to English Lane. In today's special video, we are going to explore the complete life story of Chris Gayle, the universe boss of cricket. This video is designed not only to inspire you with the incredible journey of one of the greatest cricketers of all time, but also to help you practice your English listening skills. By listening to this long, detailed story, you will improve your vocabulary pronunciation, listening comprehension, and overall fluency in English. So, stay with us till the end of this inspiring journey through Chris Gayle's life story. Chapter 1. Early Life and Childhood, 1979 to 1995. Christopher Henry Gayle was born on the 21st of September, 1979 in Kingston, Jamaica. He grew up in a modest family where life was not always easy. His father, Dudley Gayle, worked as a police officer, while his mother was a street vendor who sold peanuts to support the household. Chris was the fifth of 6 siblings, and his family lived in a small 2-room house in Rollington Town, Kingston. Poverty was a daily challenge. Sometimes the family struggled to provide enough food. Young Chris learned the value of hard work, sacrifice, and determination from a very young age. But even in these difficult circumstances, cricket entered his life as a source of joy and hope. As a child, Chris often played cricket in the streets of Kingston with makeshift bats and balls. Sometimes the bat was just a piece of wood, and the ball was a rolled-up rag or even a fruit. His love for the game grew stronger each day. He first attended Excelsior High School but later joined Lucas Cricket Club, one of Jamaica's oldest cricket institutions. It was here that his raw power, natural talent, and fearless approach started to catch everyone's attention. Senior players at Lucas Club often said, if it was not for Lucas, Chris Gayle would be on the streets doing God knows what. This first chapter of his life shows us a boy who started with almost nothing, yet dreamed big enough to conquer the cricketing world. Chapter 2. Early cricket career in Jamaica, 1995 to 1998. By the mid-1990s, Chris Gayle's reputation was growing rapidly in Jamaican cricket circles. At Lucas Cricket Club, senior players were amazed at his raw power. Even as a teenager, he could hit the ball out of the ground with ease. Unlike most young cricketers who focused on technique, Chris was fearless. He believed cricket was about entertainment, dominance, and self-expression. In 1995, Chris played for Jamaica under-19. His aggressive batting style was unusual for that era, as most youngsters tried to copy technically perfect players like Brian Lara or Sachin Tendulkar. Gayle was different. He wanted to hit sixes, play fast, and dominate bowlers. By 1998, he made his debut for the Jamaican senior team in regional cricket. Though his first few innings were modest, his towering sixes began to attract attention. Selectors started noticing that this young Jamaican was not afraid of any bowler. This chapter marks the foundation of the universe boss, a fearless boy who carried street cricket aggression into professional matches. Chapter 3. International debut for West Indies, 1999 to 2001. In 1999, at just 19 years old, Chris Gayle made his one-day international debut against India in Toronto. His first few innings were not spectacular, but everyone could see his potential. Standing over 6 feet tall with long arms and a powerful swing, Gayle was built for modern limited-overs cricket. In 2000, he earned his Test debut against Zimbabwe. Once again, he was not an instant superstar, but by 2001, during a series against Zimbabwe and later against India, Gayle began to show flashes of brilliance. He scored his first ODI century against Kenya in 2001, blasting bowlers to all parts of the ground. Fans in the Caribbean loved his attacking style because it reminded them of the fearless West Indian greats of the 1970s and 1980s. This chapter marks the arrival of Chris Gayle as a permanent member of the West Indies team. Chapter 4. Rise to Stardom, 2002 to 2006. The early 2000s were the years when Chris Gayle became a global cricket star. In 2002, he scored 3 centuries in a test series against India, proving that he could dominate not just in one-day cricket, but also in the 5-day format. By 2004, Gayle was an important part of the team that won the ICC Champions Trophy, where he scored heavily and was named Player of the Tournament. In 2005, against South Africa, he scored a magnificent 317 runs in a test match, his first triple century. This innings cemented his place among the greats. Chris Gayle had now established himself as one of the most dangerous openers in world cricket. His reputation was simple. If Gayle stays at the crease for even 10 overs, the match can change completely. This was also the period when fans started calling him the Six Machine because his six-hitting ability was unmatched. Chapter 5. Challenges, Injuries, and Captaincy, 2007 to 2009. With success came challenges. In 2007, during the ICC World Cup held in the Caribbean, West Indies failed badly. Gayle struggled with form, and the team's early exit disappointed millions of fans. Around this time, he also began suffering from back injuries, which continued to trouble him throughout his career. Despite this, he never gave up. In 2007, he played one of the most iconic innings in T20 cricket, scoring a 117 off just 57 balls against South Africa in the very first match of the inaugural ICC World T20. This innings set the tone for what T20 cricket would become: power hitting, entertainment, and fearless batting. By 2009, Gayle had become the captain of the West Indies team. His leadership was controversial. Some players and critics felt he was too laid back, while others said he gave the team freedom and confidence. This chapter shows us not just the rise of the universe boss, but also the struggles he faced with injuries, criticism, and the huge responsibility of captaincy. Chapter 6. The IPL Revolution, 2011 to 2013. The year 2011 changed Chris Gayle's life forever. After going unsold in the IPL auction, he was later called by Royal Challengers Bangalore, RCB, as a replacement player. No one expected what was about to happen. In his very first season, Gayle became a run machine. He scored 2 centuries and multiple 50s, single-handedly carrying RCB to the final. His fearless hitting made him the most popular foreign player in India. The highlight came in 2013, when Gayle played perhaps the most destructive innings in cricket history. 175 runs off, just 66 balls against Pune Warriors. 17 sixes and 13 fours. The fastest century in T20 history, just 30 balls. This innings was not just a record, it was a global spectacle. From India to Australia, from England to the Caribbean, cricket fans realized that no one could entertain like Chris Gayle. Chapter 7. The Universe Boss Persona, It was during his IPL years that Chris Gayle officially became the Universe Boss. This was not just a nickname, it was his brand, his identity, his way of telling the world, I am here to dominate, on and off the field. The Universe Boss was larger than life. Dance moves after victories. Funny interviews filled with jokes and humor, stylish outfits and sunglasses that made him stand out. A confident, fearless personality that attracted fans of all ages. Gayle wasn't just a cricketer anymore. He was an entertainer, an icon, and a global superstar. Chapter 8. Records and Milestones. Chris Gayle's career is decorated with unbelievable records. Most T20 centuries, 22. First batsman to score a century in T20 internationals. Highest individual score in T20 cricket, 175. Most sixes in international cricket, over 550. Triple century in tests, twice. Over 10,000 runs in T20 leagues worldwide. Everywhere he played, IPL, Big Bash, CPL, BPL, or PSL, he was a crowd puller. Stadiums filled up just to see Gayle bat for 20 minutes. That's the power of the Universe Boss. Chapter 9. Personal Life and Off-Field Adventures. Chris Gayle's life off the field was just as colorful as his cricket. He loves music and dance, often DJing at parties and events. He launched his own music track called We Come Out to Party, which became popular among his fans. Gayle also opened a sports bar in Jamaica named Triple Century. He is a family man. Gayle and his partner Natasha Berridge, also known as Tasha, have a daughter named Blush. But Gayle's off-field life has also seen controversies. He was criticized at times for being too flamboyant or for his comments in interviews. Yet fans continued to support him because they knew Gayle was always true to himself. Chapter 10. Legacy Beyond Cricket. Chris Gayle is more than just a cricketer. He is a global symbol of entertainment, resilience, and confidence. He inspired young players from poor backgrounds to believe they could also succeed. He showed that cricket is not only about technique, but also about courage, freedom, and fun. Even after stepping back from international cricket, Gayle continues to play franchise leagues and entertain fans. His legacy is simple. Cricket will never see another Universe Boss. Chapter 11. World Cup Performances. For any cricketer, the Cricket World Cup is the ultimate stage. Chris Gayle represented the West Indies in multiple World Cups, and while his team often struggled, Gayle always left his mark. In the 2003 World Cup, he scored a brilliant century against Kenya. The 2007 World Cup, hosted in the West Indies, was a disappointment for the team. But Gayle still entertained crowds with his fearless batting. His greatest World Cup moment came in 2015, when he blasted 215 runs against Zimbabwe in Canberra. It was the first ever double century by a West Indian in World Cup history. That knock included 16 sixes, a record at the time. This innings proved that even at the age of 35, Gayle was still one of the most destructive batsmen in the world. Chapter 12. Controversies and Criticisms. Chris Gayle's career was not without controversy. Some critics accused him of caring more about T20 leagues than international cricket. He was sometimes labeled as a freelance cricketer who played for money rather than national pride. In 2009, his comments about possibly retiring from Test cricket created headlines. Many fans misunderstood him, but Gayle later clarified that he respected Test cricket deeply, even though T20 was his natural style. In 2016, he faced criticism for a live TV interview during the Big Bash League, where he told a female journalist, "Don't blush, baby." The comment sparked global debates on professionalism and gender respect. Gayle defended himself, saying it was just a joke, but the media storm damaged his image for a while. Despite these controversies, Gayle remained unapologetically himself. He once said, "I am the universe boss. That will never change. You like me or you don't. I live my life my way." Chapter 13, Business Ventures and Lifestyle Beyond Cricket. Chris Gayle built a life full of style, business, and adventure. He invested in restaurants and sports bars, the most famous being his Triple Century Sports Bar in Kingston. He became a brand ambassador for several international companies. Gayle also stepped into music, releasing reggae and dancehall tracks, collaborating with Jamaican artists, and performing at events. His mansion in Jamaica, nicknamed the Universe Boss Palace, became famous for its luxury, parties, and stunning views. But behind the glamour, Gayle also contributed to charity and community development. He often donated to cricket clubs in Jamaica and supported young players, remembering his own struggles as a child. Chapter 14, Retirement Talks and Farewell Matches. From 2018 onwards, fans began to wonder, when would Chris Gayle retire? He had already stopped playing tests in 2014, but he continued in ODIs and T20s. In the 2019 World Cup, he played his last World Cup matches for West Indies, scoring memorable 50s and showing flashes of his old power. In T20 internationals, he played until 2021, finally bidding farewell to international cricket after 2 decades of service. Even in his final years, stadiums were full when Gayle came to bat. Fans stood up and cheered, knowing they were watching the last innings of a legend. He left the game with more than 19,000 international runs, 77 centuries, and countless records. But more importantly, he left as one of the most loved entertainers in cricket history. Chapter 15, Final Reflections and Messages to Fans. Chris Gayle's journey is one of dreams, struggles, and triumphs. From the poor streets of Kingston to the grand stadiums of the world, he showed that passion and self-belief can overcome any challenge. His story teaches us, be fearless. Be yourself. Never give up, no matter where you start from. In his own words, "I am the universe boss. I will never retire from entertaining people." And so, even after cricket, Chris Gayle remains a global icon in music, in lifestyle, and in the hearts of millions of fans. Thank you for watching this complete biography of Chris Gayle, the Universe Boss, brought to you by English Lane. If you enjoyed this video, and if it helped you practice your English listening, please don't forget to like this video, comment your favorite Chris Gayle moment, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories.